Next presentation is on the topic reduced OPEX, maintenance and improved process control of coke ovens, blast furnaces and other processes using rugged, reliable and repeatable REXA electro-hydraulic actuators. I welcome Mr. Mark Anthony Ferra from Credits Automation and Control Systems Private Limited.
Hi, good afternoon. It's an honor for me to be here. My first time in India, and so nobody more than me wants to go to lunch because I'm really enjoying the food here because it's much better than the USA. So my name is Mark Ferra. I'm the industry manager for REXA for mining and metals. I'm going to talk a little bit about REXA. I want to talk about different actuator technologies. I want to talk about what we think our value-added message is with REXA. We're a unique actuator, and then at different applications where REXA is being used. We have patented technology. The company was founded in the 80s. The CEO had a background as a valve manufacturer. Corporate is headquartered outside of Boston. We're vastly vertically integrated. We have our own machine shop. We can virtually connect our actuators to any type of valve. As far as there's over 33,000 REXAs worldwide, over 25 countries, significantly in oil and gas, power, mining, and steel. So talk a little bit about actuators first, just to kind of set a baseline. The industry standard is going to be pneumatically driven using air as a source. There's going to be electromechanical, which is basically a gear type. And there's going to be the traditional hydraulic that is pretty precise, but expensive and large. So as far as the pneumatics, industry standard, fast duty cycle, low capital cost. Disadvantage of pneumatics, though, is they use air as a compressible medium. Their accuracy is poor, and they kind of have low temperature performance. If the air lines have water, they freeze. They really don't have an ability to fail in place. Electromechanical advantages are decent accuracy, and they fail in place, and they're fairly well suited for on-off applications and outdoor applications. Disadvantages of electromechanical actuators, they're difficult to maintain. Their power requirements are usually three-phase, and they don't have a good spring return capability, and they're not 100% modulating. Traditional electrohydraulic actuators are fast and accurate. They're stiff because they're using oil as a medium or hydraulic fluid as a medium. Disadvantages, they're expensive. They're complicated. They're constantly leaking oil. And with that, you might get a fire hazard, and you have to constantly monitor and maintain the oil in the filtration system. Why REXA? REXA is going to reduce your maintenance, and I'll go through the details. It's going to be more reliable, and it's going to have superior technology, patented technology with our flow match system. So the heart of the system is the flow match system. We use double minimum oil volume and basically very few moving parts. We use a bidirectional gear motor. There's no reservoir because it's sealed. There's only a thermal expansion chamber, very small. A typical REXA might have enough oil for maybe a can of soda, a can of Coke. It's very simple. It's been refined over the years. It's very reliable. Our cylinders are rated for 2 million full strokes, 20 million dither cycles. When the control signal and the air is within and it goes to position, it'll lock in place. It's no longer consuming electricity like a traditional hydraulic system. So the benefits are going to be a sealed system. That's going to improve your maintenance. It's going to simplify the system. There's no true reservoir as a minimal oil volume. The oil that it uses is a standard off-the-shelf Castrol synthetic. Has a wide range of temperature extremes. We have our REXAs installed anywhere from the pipelines of Canada versus the deserts in Arizona. So wide range of applicability. Intermediate operation. Like I said, when it hits position, it stops. The motor's no longer turning, or the pump's no longer turning. So it's very low power consumption. We offer both linear, rotary, or drive units, and because we're using hydraulics, it's going to be compact and have a small footprint. Fail-safe standard is going to be fail in place, but we can offer a spring return or an accumulator system. But we're using hydraulics, so we have very good resolution, and we have very good frequency response. And we're also going to be stiffed, and there's not going to be in the hysteresis that you would have with in the Netherlands, the Tata Steel. And as you can see, this is a rotary. With REXA, we can direct mount instead of using linkage. Now, this is a U.S. steel plant, but sometimes people are more comfortable with the linkage. So this is the new Claritin C battery, and this is 100% modulating as far as maintaining the pressure in this application. We also have, this is also at U.S. Steel this is a recycled gas control. And I took this from a paper because the consultant was Uday. They presented this. This was with REXA, and the blue line is showing the REXA response to small signal changes, controlling the flue gas temperature, and the yellow is just showing the range of tight control. Compression control, this is at Tata Steel in the Netherlands, where REXA is being used for control of gas pressure. And as far as on the quenching tower, REXAs can be used both with linear, as you see here, or also rotary type valves. The waste heat dampers, another application that's very important, requires nice fast speed. This is a drive unit, and with REXA we can basically, per your application, size the motor and the cylinder for the right torque and the right speed for any application. For the blast furnace, this is a feed pressure air control where we're modulating. This is a 50,000 pounds force per inch torque. And this is a blast furnace blow-off valve. This is a JSW where they've had these in service for 8 years without maintenance. This is a blast furnace pressure control to the boiler fuel feed. This is a Tata Steel, and this is a larger application, 100,000 pounds force per inch. We made some definite gains versus a pneumatic actuator. This is just showing a chart. I know it's probably hard to see the colors. We have a booth, we have a demo unit here where you could actually see the REXA used, but there's definitely an improvement as far as the set point using a REXA versus a pneumatic. We could also use REXAs for force draft fans, for air pressure control. This is a 50,000 pounds force per inch unit. And we could also use REXAs for iron ore processing. Some of the applications could be for, the burner flame control, cooling off of the pellets, the dampers. Very, very critical in terms of improving productivity. Also for dampers along this. Here are pictures. This is Rio Tinto in Quebec, where this is we replaced an electric actuator with on a pinch valve, 10,000 pounds force, and this is on a slurry makeup density control water tank level application. Another application is for an iron ore plant. This is their cooling air fan, and REXA's been there, not even very cold conditions. Has an internal heater, so it'll turn on if it gets cold. This is a 20,000 pound per inch torque, and this has been running reliably for years. So again, I'm going to mention again with REXA, doesn't have the oil changeouts that are typical with the hydraulics. So you get the benefits of reliability with high maintenance. So this is just a return on investment comparison I did versus a typical electrohydraulic versus REXA. And I just want to point out, in this assumption I'm using 5 cents per kilowatt hour. That's typical in the U.S. I think here it's going to be much higher. The benefit of having REXA without being on all the time, going to position, shutting off, it's going to greatly save your cost of electricity, your maintenance, your oil. You don't need to change oil. So this is a comparison of 4 actuators. As you can see, it's significant. And when you look at over the cost of time over 5 years, typically other electrohydraulic actuators you have to rebuild over 5 years. REXA can usually go 7 to 8. So yeah, it's very significant with REXA as far as the benefits of cost of ownership and productivity. So like I said, we have a booth. Come by and see us. We'd like to show you our capabilities and our unique technology. It's patented. And I thank you for your time. Thank you very much.